Hey there guys, and welcome back to some Satisfactory. I'm Xterminator, and thank you for joining me again. We are right back where we left off. I've switched to this constructor to make iron plates instead of screws because we need quite a few of these to upgrade the hub one more time to be able to get the big miners rather than these portable miners. So what we're going to do is, this guy looks full. Last time we set up this additional smelter, what I'd like to do here is get some more production going. So we're gonna stick this in here, and that's a plant. I thought that was a carapace for a minute. And then we need to build. I would like to build another constructor, although it's gonna take away from the stuff we need to actually upgrade our hub here. But let's see what we can do. So this, we need this reinforced iron plate, basically. I'm gonna make 3 of these because I think we only need 3 for that, and then I'm gonna make some wire so we can then make some cable and make another constructor. That way we can just automate this stuff a lot better. And once we get these full-blown miners, things should be much more smooth sailing. All right, so let's take our constructor here and try to jump up here. Let's see. I'm gonna get above this. I think it would be easier. Okay, so I'm kind of aligning this here-ish. That looks close enough-ish. It's fairly close, right? We have 5 of these, which is not enough. We need 8, so let's grab a few more from here. And yeah, it's a little bit. This guy needs ore, actually. Oh, I just put 100 ore. Okay, now I put some in here. Let's take some of this out. Let's split this in half and stick half in there and half in here. And then we'll take some of these bars here, these ingots, and we'll stick some in there. That way he can continue. Alright, so we have a 20 plate. We can now belt that to there. And we're going to set this guy up to make, I want to make rods maybe, or more plate. We could just make even more plate, honestly. I think that's a acceptable thing to do. Oh my god, that thing is so close. Those are a little bit disconcerting, to be honest with you. All right. Let's hop back up here to our little portable miner. Now I could make multiple of these, but we're so close to the main miner that I don't really want to spend the resources to make more of these. So I'm just gonna simply split this in half again. It goes through this really quite quick, but still having double things here does make it just work twice as fast, even if it goes through it twice as fast. So we're just gonna grab all that we can. This actually has no power. This pole I think is maxed out, so we need some bars, of course. Why wouldn't we? And then we need some cable. We can make both of those over here, I'm pretty sure. Actually can't make rods yet because we dumped all the iron plate in these constructors here. So let's run back over here. It's a little bit running back and forth in the start, but not all that bad. This thing, man, it's so creepy looking. All right. So we have plate. Oh right, these actually need the ingots. Is there a way I can? No. I was wondering if there's a way I could reconfigure that. Let's grab some ingots here. Just 3. We only need a couple rods to make one more power pole. And then we should be set. So we make 3 rods. I don't think we should need more than that. Nope, we only need 1. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this and we're going to stick it kind of in the middle of this, right, say here-ish. And we're going to change how this connects. So we're going to disconnect that. And then what we're going to do is take this and connect it from here to this one. And this one's going to connect from there to these 2. Also, ignore my stupidness last episode about not knowing where my scanner was. It's C. For some reason, I didn't recognize that icon was the scanner. I'm just really dumb sometimes. So please forgive me there. Let's see. We could make another portable miner, but I think we're doing okay. If we stick the rest of this plate. Yeah, we're almost there. We need a ton of rods, actually. And then a fair amount of concrete. So we don't actually have that much limestone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan again for limestone. I forget where it is on this map. Okay, this one was definitely the closest. So let's go get some more of that. We should get some copper too. I believe the copper was up here. So we'll actually stop by there first. Or no, the limestone is actually just right here, so grab that. I streamed this earlier. When this episode goes out, it would have been yesterday. And I got pretty far. So I kind of have a better idea of what I'm doing now. Of course, now this phase seems a bit slow to me, but we'll get there for sure. Each time we'll go smoother. Alright. Take all that. Eventually you can get a chainsaw, so you don't... It's pretty awesome, so you don't have to actually go picking this stuff. You can just chainsaw down entire trees, which is pretty satisfying, I'll tell you. Alright, so we did have a portable miner here. We might as well grab whatever he has. We still don't need a ton of copper right now. So that should last us for quite a while. And we have 60. Wait, why did that? Oh no, I didn't have a for some reason I thought I had a portable miner. We were just hand mining this. And there is fall damage. It takes a bit of a distance to actually take fall damage, and it's not too bad. I've jumped off like a huge cliff and took about half my health. So you'd have to be either pretty hurt or pretty clumsy to actually kill yourself from fall damage. But it is a thing. I'm just going to mine all this pier right there. And we'll head back. Our factory looks glorious from back here. This nice wooded area is pretty cool. I really like that. Alright, so we're going to have to switch one of these constructors to make the concrete, and then one to make rods instead of plate. And then we should be pretty much set. So let's go back here. Let's switch this guy to concrete and throw all of that in. That is limestone, right? Yep. This guy keeps making a pass over. I'm not sure. He's just kind of wandering. Just doing his thing. Let's get some more iron. And that thing up there is some sort of, you can get some sort of like radioactive material from it or something. It's glowing, it looks radioactive. So we're gonna dump all of the ore, it's copper ore, too bad. Dump all that in there. And there should be enough plate. Yeah, so let's switch this recipe up to be rods. And that should get going, that should crank on that. That guy's going there. We should check on our power consumption as well, actually. You can see we're nearing, this line here is our max consumption. So we're kind of nearing our limit. We're not quite there yet. We could support maybe 1 or 2 machines, depending on what they are. I'm going to dump that in there, dump the rest of the cable. We don't have any concrete at the moment. And is there anything in here? Yeah, oh, there is. Okay, so these are blank. At some point, stuff gets pulled up here, which is pretty cool. There's like a little like solitaire game here. Got 2 bunks. These things are super scrunched, man. I wouldn't want to sleep there. Locker. Little kitchenette. A bathroom without a door. I know we're the only people here, but I mean... Come on, like what if one of those, like biter things comes in here? I need a door on my bathroom. You kidding me? Alright. Quite a bit of concrete being made here. We need 20. I'm going to let it just burn through the rest of that limestone, because we do need concrete for the power poles and stuff like that, so it'd be good to keep the extra. And now all we need is these rods. So, once this burns through this, I'm going to switch this guy to rods as well. Take a minute. And we have all this copper, which we don't really need to do anything with at the moment. Alright, let's go ahead and stick this in there. This guy should be just about done. There we go, he is done, and we'll switch him to rods as well. And grab the rest of these, so we need 75. It takes a bit, but we actually have quite a bit of ingots here, actually. So we're just going to wait for that to do its thing. So let's look at our menu. So smelter, constructor, I think we build about everything we can. The conveyor belts, these conveyor poles are really cool because that's what allows you to raise the elevation of them. As well as these foundations, they're quite expensive. They take a lot of concrete, but this allows you to, this is like essentially like concreting your factory in Factorio. Is you can do this and then build your factory on top of it and go multiple layers up and stuff, as well as having these walls for like multiple levels and stuff. So let's go ahead and stick these in here. About a third of the way. And we could go ahead and handcraft a few ingots here of copper, just because we'll need it eventually. And we can actually make a ton of biomass. I'm saying this wood allows you to make a mass amount of biomass. We also need to clean out our inventory. Per usual, Xterm's inventory is completely full of stuff that he doesn't need at the moment. Let's... Limestone. I don't need these carapaces. Later on we will need them. I don't need this at the moment. Biomass burners and vehicles can use it, which is pretty cool. We don't need that quite at the moment, though. I guess I could stick it in, but I kind of want to save it just in case I can do like a more refined version or something. And we kind of need all the rest of this. Okay, let's dump some more in here. Make sure that this does not run out of fuel. That would be bad, because then we have to flip the trip switch, and that's a bit of a pain. Okay, so that, run back up here. I know this is a little bit strenuous, running back and forth. We're so close to getting that miner, and then things will really kick into action. And let me tell you, this like fully automated miner is super cool. It's a beast. Where is the... I always can't find the ore. Kind of like a dullish color that makes it hard to see. 58, and that should take us there? Yeah, because 49 more is what we actually need. So, dump that in there. Hello? And upgrade. Boom. So we now have second biomass generator, which is perfect because we'll need that for the miner.
Unlocked hub feature, additional biomass generator. New buildings, which can be found in the build menu.
So if we go to production,
hub upgrade,
can I make these miners?
Analysis. Note: to ensure full mastery of skills and equipment, I have been asked to not interfere with this last objective. Good luck.
Alright, thank you, ADA. So basically, all we need for this is just a portable miner, and then the actual materials. So we can just hop over here and make a portable miner real quick. Now, is that going to take the materials we needed for this? It did not. So obviously, first one's going on iron. And this thing can actually support multiple smelters. It can support like 3 smelters, which I didn't realize initially. So we don't have belt splitters, though, at the moment, which is a bit of a pain. But I'm going to go ahead and pick him up. And then we're going to place this beast. Oh, man, look at that. Approaching on others' clearance. I don't see how that's possible. Oh. Because we have this thing in the way. Duh. Didn't I, like, mine one of these already? Maybe these... I wonder if these, like, quote-unquote, grow back. Okay, so this should work now. And you can bind stuff to this hotbar. I figured out if you mouse over it and then hit the number you want. So, like, I just moused over and hit 5. That's going to put the smelter there. And then we'll do constructor 6 and miner 7. So if we do miner, there we go. So there's like multiple places on this you can place things. And actually, holy crap, this is an epic frickin' iron patch area. It's some separate patches, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be like our main production hub. So you can basically fit one on each of these. Get that thing. Oh man, look at this. Look at it, it's awesome. So we need power, of course. We have an additional power pole there, but what I'd like to do is span things a bit better. So this is going to be its 4th connection, but this will allow this power pole to support this miner as well as 2 other connections, which is kind of the thing you want to do here. So he is Almost. He's powering up. You can see dropping the drill down. Oh, the animations, I love it. And then this thing goes up and down this like auger type of deal. Alright, so he's mining. And yeah, this can support multiple smelters. Again, we unfortunately do not have conveyor splitters, so we're just gonna have to feed it into one for right now. But that should be okay. Okay, so he's gonna make those ingots. This guy has already done that. So we have a ton of rods that are in here. I'm gonna take these rods out and switch this to plate, because I know we're gonna need a ton of plate. And our power may be about max. We may need to actually turn on this other generator. Not really, because some of our smelters aren't working. So if we go to our hub, our last upgrade here is inventory of biomass burner and space elevator. So we select this. We're going to need 150 plate, 150 rods, 500 cable, and then 300 of this refined, of this concrete. So we actually have pretty much the amount of rods we need, almost. We need a ton of plate. We have some of this cable. So step number 2 would be to expand our factory a little bit before we do this. We're gonna have to scale up, right? If we take this, let's make a few more cable. Also need some more iron rods. Luckily, this thing should be overproducing a bit, so we can actually yoink some iron rods off of this belt. Or some iron ingots, rather. Take the plate. This thing should have a little stock built up, maybe not. I'm just gonna hop in there. Oh. If I stand on the edge here, I don't get moved around. These things are quite fast, actually. Alright, there we go. And then later on, you can actually overclock and like underclock your machines, and they like require more or less power respectively, but then they can output more and stuff. It's pretty cool. So it's kind of like a built-in beacon. Right, let's craft some of these rods. Alright, so to make wire, we need... What we could do is we can actually just switch this at the moment, because it's not being used for anything. If we switch this to make copper, get some copper ore in there, and then we switch this guy to make cable, or wire cable. I guess they are two separate things. He should go, and then I wonder, could we potentially do... We actually have enough for another smelter, and it would be an extremely long belt, but I'm tempted to set up a miner way over that copper patch and get that going. That may be a bit excessive, because that's it. Like, we need 150 plate just for this, and that would take so much plate to get a belt over here. And I'm a little bit hesitant. We actually had a miner. It's a bit of a waste of resources, but I don't know. It's a difficult question. What we can do, though, is place one of these portable miners we have on the limestone. And I believe later on you can get coal. For now, this biomass stuff will work, and then we can actually turn it into even more refined biomass stuff later on. Ooh, some of these berries need to heal up a bit. Beryl nut. Okay, so if we go here, stick him right there, kind of in the middle. I love this little guy. I could watch this every single time. Really a bit of a personality, figuring out where he needs to situate, and away he goes. Boom. Alright. Grab whatever copper's in here. The nice thing, though, is those cables do, like, one ingot turns into quite a bit of cable, so really running back and forth here isn't too bad initially. He stopped. Yeah, we have 100 more of this, which makes 100 ingots, and then I think you get 3 wire per, so that's 300 wire from what I just picked up, plus we had like 90 something or 80 something before. Alright, run through here. We actually should equip this again. You never know what may sneak up on us like last time. There's all kind of monsters. I mean, there's the ones there's the flying things, there's the weird looking dudes, there's those like biter type things, and I think there's several others we haven't even encountered yet. All right, that's not quite what I wanted. So this is stopped. I'm guessing it's actually built up the internal inventory. There's no power. See, told you. I knew it. I think I flipped. Yep. Yep, I goofed. So actually, no, we want that back in there. Yeah, I kind of overdid our power consumption. So basically, what we need to do is, there's two things. We need to wire these basically together to get them on one grid. So we can disconnect this, and we need to build a separate, let's see, yeah, we need to basically wire both these to one pole. So we're gonna build a pole here, and this will allow more connections later. We bring him to here, and then we bring him to here, and this one to here. And this will put them all on one grid, and there we go. So you can see our possible power consumption capabilities just went up, and we're about a little more than halfway to that. So that's kind of how you do that. And we can make independent standing one of these later, I believe. I mean, I hope so. There's certainly not going to be enough power for later. Right, okay, so we need, making quite a bit of cable. Let's stick the rest of this ore, or most of the rest of it, in there. See, the nice thing now is this thing's just gonna run. He's just gonna go, 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 and build up these plates. And yeah, we almost have enough rods. We're about a third of the way on the plate. And this cable should, or this, I keep calling it cable. My Factorio brain calls it cable. This wire should build up pretty quickly. So yeah, seeing this will get us this, and then once we complete this, we can move on to the next step, which is where we'll be able to like choose different researches rather than just being forced to do this, and get like our belt mergers and splitters and stuff, which will allow way more possibilities and really kind of jumpstart the expansion to our factory. We can make some more biomass while we're at it. We collected a few more trees and leaves out there. I do have a bunch of iron ore. I might as well just craft into ingots, because the smelter over there is going as fast as it can, so. And I could actually make the rest of the rods here with this. I love all the like nature sounds. You can hear the birds and stuff. Okay, so if we go in here, it just feels good to like get some of these goals complete. And then this is what, concrete? We have 10 of it. So, and you can see up there in the top right, it's like it's showing us basically the objective there, which is really nice. I almost want like multiple of these. In fact, this can support. Very tempted to build another constructor. It requires that refined iron, or that reinforced iron plate, which is a bit of a pain to make, to be honest with you. It wouldn't hurt to have another constructor, though. So this stuff needs basically just a bunch of screws, which needs a bunch of rods. So back to rod making we go. Here we go. Make a bunch of screws. These things take a lot of screws. Of course, this just took more iron plate, but it'll be worth it. All right, so 6. Hit 6 for that. We could just throw. Try to figure out how I can align this thing. Is this like actually grid aligning? I think so. It's a little hard to tell sometimes. Okay, so we throw that in there, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to micromanage this. I'm going to take all that out of there, set him to this, and dump the rest in there. And then we just need... yeah, he can go here. This power pole is actually maxed, so yeah, that's good. Yeah, because this is takes longer to do this than the amount we're feeding in here, so that's going to just kind of build up the backstock, a buffer there. And meanwhile, we can now have 2 of these working, which is awesome because we're building up a decent amount. We have 138. And then this plate just takes like a super long time. Without belt splitters, it makes it quite difficult to have multiple of these running at the same time. We could make another miner and just set up like an entire second setup. And but this is like where we have the dilemma, where it's like, do I want to finish the upgrade to be able to get like more advanced stuff with my materials, or do I want to expand the factory first? Because, I mean, expanding this stuff is, I mean, it takes materials, right? I mean, so it's like, what do I want to spend my materials on? And it's a bit of a dilemma on that. I think another miner and then furnace and stuff would actually be worth it. So, concrete. We may want to switch this guy. Do I have any limestone left? I have a little bit. I don't think it's enough, though. Yeah, because this takes 3, so that'll allow us to get, what, 10? I think that is actually enough. Doesn't require that much. This guy is stopped because... no ore. Luckily we have a bit more on us. And this guy takes, how many? 5. It's going to take me a little bit to actually memorize all the costs of this. So we can actually set this up at this secondary patch up top here. There are those ones over there, but that would require me clearing that scared me. Clearing the pier sections. I'm going to build that. What do we need for a smelter? Rods, and that's basically it. So let's go nab some of these ingots. Thank you. And we're gonna need the ability for some more power poles too, so this needs some screws, which needs some rods. This is a little bit of a pain. We're getting there though. And so 5, this requires, oh, this only requires 5 of those. Okay, so we can actually make, there we go. Should do, because we need another power pole somewhere. And we're gonna stick this miner. Can I run underneath this? Yeah, not really. You can hope though. We'll just line this up with this. Let's try to get above it again. I think that might work out better for us. There we go. Almost a straight shot. And then, if we take this, we have quite a bit of iron plate. See, again though, this is like consuming 19. Kind of like a cost-benefit quandary here. So this thing, we need a little bit more concrete, which we should have built up in the secondary constructor, which we do, and then we can switch him back to wire and dump in all of that. This thing as well has a ton of wire in it. We're actually very close to the wire goal. Let's get a power pole. So this thing this could actually work. This has 2 connections, and I think he can reach. Okay, perfect. Actually didn't even need that power pole. So he's gonna spin up, he's gonna go. This guy is gonna make iron again. I say again, in addition to this one. And then, what else do we need to make? What was it? Just more plate, I think. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm actually gonna switch this to nothing, and I'm gonna deconstruct it. And temporarily, I'm gonna stick these in here. And then we're gonna take this one that we have, and we're gonna set it here. If we had a chainsaw, we could chop down this big bush. Alright, let's see if we can align this. Perfect. Oh, it was perfect. Or not. Please, let me align this. Why will this not let me align? I think it's because the slope's too steep. Well, screw it. We're doing it right there. Actually, I don't know if I can make a belt go here. I can. We'll move this later. Luckily, it's very easy to deconstruct stuff. And then this guy actually needed power, which I neglected to do. We want another power pole though. Stick another one kind of in between. We can make our power management much nicer a bit later on. Okay, so this does have a connection available. Let's actually, instead of wiring it this one, let's wire it to this one, because then that'll kind of let us spread out a bit better. And this actually, no, that guy is full, okay. That's going in there. This guy is going to be set to plate. And now we have two things making plate, which should be much more efficient, much quicker. And there goes our power again. We actually just out of fuel is what the problem is. We didn't overload things quite yet. Gotta fix our fuse box here. We are almost maxed out, actually. So we can't add too much more at the moment. Yeah, we don't have a ton of plate, but that's okay. Oh, we actually do have a ton of plate, never mind. I missed some of it. That can go there. We only need a bit more, so we're gonna have to go collect some more copper and limestone. That should be easy enough. We have 78. That's more than enough, and we're still making some, and then we'll go grab some limestone, make some concrete, and the plate's pretty close, and we should be in a very good spot. So we'll go grab this limestone here. Looks like our little portable miners actually filled up. And this should be about the last of the like running around feeding stuff by hand, because as soon as we can get these belt splitters and mergers, then you can pretty much entirely automate everything. It's just the fact that we don't have those that it makes it a little bit more tedious. Grab our copper here. I really want to explore this stuff. I'm a little hesitant to run over there. I don't know if that stuff is going to hurt me or not. I want to get up there, man. I really want to get up there. Maybe. Oh, this is like a huge ravine. Check this out. I don't know what that thing is. Or is that just one of the biter things? I don't know. Oh, whoa, I did not realize. Okay. Holy cow. So this is just like a huge canyon. Look at it down there. I really want to go down there. Oh my gosh, there's so much to explore. This is so exciting. And up there too, in a waterfall, and some weird freaking, I don't know what the hell those are, but okay, let's experiment. I'm at almost full health, right? Yep. That hurts. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Okay. That was not good. Oh man, I can't wait to go over there. So we have our compass here, which is really nice. Obviously, if you didn't notice, the home is how you get back to your factory, so you don't lose yourself. Before I noticed that, I completely lost myself in my other factory. And yeah, like I said, I streamed earlier. That VOD, I will try to upload to YouTube this weekend. If you can't wait until then, it is on my Twitch in the archived videos on my Twitch channel, which is always linked in the description of my videos. So if you can't wait, you can check it out there. It's pretty awesome. We had a great time. Okay, let's take this and let's switch this guy to concrete, throw in all the limestone, and grab whatever plate we have, and we should be in pretty darn good shape. Oh yeah, we got more than enough plate now. I do like how it builds out these foundations so they're not just like floating in the air, or these risers, or whatever you actually call them. Okay, so those mountains are super cool. Concrete. Tempted to have a second constructor doing this, although it doesn't take too long. We're already at 26, we only need 4 more, and we will be set. So this can produce 15 a minute. I like that it contains the ratios in here. Okay, we have 11, which is 37, 8. I think this may have to do with the overclocking here. That locked panel. There we go. And that should do it. Now we can get this last hub upgrade. Throw that in there. Throw this in there. And here we go. Heck yeah. So we have this big, like,
Congratulations.
dock
You
thing
have
here.
unlocked Hub Feature, Molecular Analysis Machine, also known as the MAM. Building, Biomass Burner. Building, Space Elevator. Motivational Message. Congratulations, you succeeded.
We also
in
have
your
this MAM
provided
here where we
task.
can like
On
research
behalf
stuff.
of Fixit Incorporated, I thank you for your current and future service.
Which is pretty awesome.
Additional knowledge. The hub terminal has been converted to give access to milestones there to ensure you progress along Fixit-approved protocols. Additionally, the MAM provides the opportunity...
Okay, thank you. I know. So we have these 2 tiers. And then this is where you can like pick. So utility, lookout towers, and biofuel, logistics, which is what we'll want. This is our conveyor splitter and conveyor merger. Personal storage, exploration basics, conveyor walls, and then tier 2, part assembly and assembler, and even more stuff here. Obstacle clearing, a chainsaw, plus more inventory slots, jump pads and landing pad, and then walkways and stuff, which is awesome. So we can like create like breezeways and stuff over our factory. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Let's get logistics. So 200 rods, 200 plate, and 500 cable. I might do some of that production off screen so we're not just standing around running back and forth like a madman again next episode. But that should be... once we get that, we will be in great shape. And this... what did this need? Wire again? Might as well kick this guy back on here. And I think I will also set up a miner on that copper and just run a huge belt, a super long belt over here. Later on we can get vehicles that'll auto-transport stuff for us, but that's quite a ways away at the moment. And we also need a chainsaw. This thing's really in my way. And I think that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. The reception on the first episode was awesome. You guys were just asking for more and more, so I will be doing trying to release one of these a day. And then once this enters early access on the 19th, we will actually have a lot more we can do, because if you noticed, in the hub, we only were able to do up to tier 3. Right before we end this, I'll show you in case you didn't notice. You can see here that all these are locked in alpha. In early access, tiers 1 through 6 will be unlocked. So we can actually get way more stuff once it hits early access, and I will be doing multiplayer. I'm reaching out to some other YouTubers to see if they want to do multiplayer. It's just going to be awesome. And I do want to reassure you, though, this is not replacing Factorio. I know that it's been a couple days since my Factorio vanilla playthrough has released any videos, and that's just because I want to focus on this just right at the moment. I will definitely get an episode of that out like this weekend or Monday at the very latest and continue that. So don't worry, it's not like I'm just quitting Factorio. I just wanted to focus a bit on this right now since it just came out. So thanks again, guys. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like, and any comments, thoughts, questions, leave below. And until next video, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.